Congratulations, your extraordinary social media consultant, Elizabeth Hall with Smart Office Help, social media agency. And today I wanted to do something a little bit different than I normally do. I normally just show some screencasts for some social media tutorials, but today I wanted to do something kind of on the business ownership side. And I'm doing some organization around my office, and I ordered something that I like to do an unboxing on, and that is a laminator. And I'll be using that to organize some things in my office and also some things around the house. And I also wanted to laminate some checklists that I use on a daily basis and put them into a binder. So without further ado, I'm going to show you the unboxing of the laminator that I bought. So here's the box that it came in. This is my first time doing an unboxing, y'all, so I hope this is going to turn out okay. So I bought this from Amazon, and I'll list the prices and all the details in the description. Now, I just kind of opened it. It came just packed with some of this plastic stuff, with bubble stuff, and just put that aside. And so that's all that was in there. So let's go ahead and pull that out. So that's it. It just came with that little bit of bubble stuff. Alright, so here we have it. And it's a Fellows laminator. And it's for the home. And it comes with 10 pouches. So it says. And it's thermal. And one reason why I bought this is because of the design of it. It's flat. You can see the box is pretty small. So that's great. And then also it has like a short heat up time for it. So let's go ahead and open it up and see what's inside. Alright, so thank goodness it didn't have all of that plastic stuff and tape on there that makes it hard to get out. So the first thing that's on top is actually some laminated paper. And I think that's about 10 sheets of that. And we'll just put that to the side for now. And then I have to turn this upside down to get it out. Alright, so box empty. I'll put that to the side. So I have these little things on the side to protect it. So hopefully we didn't get any damage to the other one. So, it comes in this plastic, I guess, to protect it from any moisture. And so this is what it looks like. And that's the Fellows L80-95. Nice and sleek, and again, once I bought it because it was small and it's flat, because you know storage is always an issue when you're working from home. And then we have some directions on how to use it, which is fantastic. Okay, we got a little bit of a glare from the light over above, but what I noticed first about this, again, it's nice and flat, and it has a ready light here, and then also a power light. So when it powers up, this light will come on, and once it gets fully heated, then this light should come on, the ready heat. Now it doesn't open up, so you'll slide your paper through. But what we have here, it has some markers on it, which is nice. And let's see if we can get this a little bit closer so you can see. So here, this is for letters, so you'll know exactly where to put your paper at. So this is for paper placement. And here, if you're doing photos, then you would use this here. And then it's the same on the other side as well. And then it lets you know that this side is where the paper goes in, and then it will come out of this side. So you can see this is just a little slit here, and this should hold 3.3 millimeters of paper. So I guess we should try it and see how it works, right? Okay, I had to read the directions a little bit for. Okay, I read the directions that came with it first because, you know, I have a tendency to do things kind of the man way, but since this is involving heat, I wanted to make sure that I read through the manual first. And since I'm putting this on my nice desk for now. And I wanted to just check and see how hot this was going to get when I heated it up. So I actually just pulled out a cutting board from the kitchen and I put it on here. Can't hurt anything. So the first thing I'm going to do is power it up, and the power button is right here. So it has a simple power button. That's the only switch that's on here, and we're going to see it, start it, and see now we have that red button here. So once this turns to green, then it's going to be ready, and then we'll come back. Okay, so there's a couple of things that we're going to need, and if you look here, I'm not going to pick this up, and it is a little warm, so I'm glad I put the cutting board under here. But if you look here, the light is now green, and it took 3 minutes, just like it says, to heat up. So what we're going to do though is we're going to just turn this a little bit, because I want this to have a clear path when it goes through and be on the desk. All right, so I printed out a sheet, and this is actually one of my checklists I'm gonna be doing. This is for podcast scheduling, and this is for my Smart Social Media Notes podcast, which you can find on iTunes if you go to smartofficehelp.com/iTunes, and you'll find the podcast there. And so I wanted to be able to use this sheet over and over again, so I'm going to laminate it, and then I'll use like a marker to mark in the information I need, and then I can get rid of it and then start all over again. So that's good for recycling. So and then the next piece you'll need is one of your pieces of laminated paper, and I used the ones that came with the machine itself, and I did purchase some. They haven't got here yet. I bought them online. So, and what it does is it opens up, so unfold it, and I'm going to put our sheet in. Put it all the way to the top, and we want to leave an edge on both sides. So it doesn't have to be perfect, because you can always cut it if you have to. You just want to make sure if there's spaces on each side. So you're going to put it in the pocket and make sure that there's nothing on it. So we got it in the pocket. So now here we go, folks. So we're going to line it up, and we have our letter lines here, and then one on this side here. So both sides, and we're going to put it in between where our paper is at. We are going to start feeding it in until it catches. And it is moving. It doesn't look like it, but it's moving pretty slow, and we'll see how long this is going to take. Coming out the other side, and it looks pretty good, folks. It's looking pretty good. And I suppose if you wanted this to be like really stiff, you would use like some cardstock. But for this particular example, I just used a regular piece of paper, a colored piece of paper, so it wasn't cardstock. And it's actually kind of cool when it comes out. So it's not hot at all. I'm still just gonna let it rest a little bit before I start manipulating it any. So that was pretty painless. So that's the only one that I'm gonna do, and for demonstration purposes, I don't know if you can see this, but you can see it came out pretty flat. The pocket closed all the way around. And so I could actually cut, but I'm not going to do that because I'll probably just put some holes on the edges, but I'll make sure that this fits into a binder so I can use this over and over again. And although I didn't use a cardstock, it's still like pretty sturdy. It feels like I used cardstock. So this is fantastic. So I like the way this worked. So I'm going to go ahead and turn this off, and again the power is on this side, and you just turn it off, and then we'll just let it cool down, and then I'll store it away for the next time. Okay, everybody, so I finished the little laminating project, and I'm actually going to use this. And again, I know it's hard for you to see, but that's my podcast schedule, and you'll see the stock was really good. Now, the only thing is it has like a little smudge here, and I think that's where I touched the paper at, so it could have been like something from my hair because I was touching my hair, or you know, just some grease off your hands. So you want to make sure your hands are clean. But other than that, it came out like really perfect around the edges. So that's a pretty good deal. And I just want to point out a few more things. And again, I'll have a link to this because I think I'm going to really enjoy this, and I'll show some of the projects that I do as well. And so one good thing about this is if you forget and you leave it plugged in and you leave it on, that it's going to turn off automatically. It's also supposedly easy to remove any jams, and it actually has like a lever on the back that you just push, and it should release any jams on there. When I read some of the other reviews, they said that it works really well as well. And you can use this for all kinds of products, and of course they have a website you can go to that will give you some ideas that will help you to spend more money on some of the paper products. But you can do stuff like laminate photos, you can do like crafts, calendars, chores for the house if you wanted to. And I'll be using it again like for my manual things, checklists that I use over and over again. And then also I'm going to be making like maybe some motivational cards that I'll just leave sprinkled around my office for some motivation, and then also some cards for some shelving that I did. And on that shelving I want to put like some labels as well, and I'm going to laminate those labels. I'm going to use them in the kitchen, in the pantry, and then also I'm going to use those like in my calendar as well. So it's just like a ton of things that you can use with this thing, and I really wanted it. And you will see laminators that go for over $200. I assure you, I did not pay $200 for this. And so you can get them from Walmart for relatively cheap. I got mine for like $23, so we'll see how long that lasts. That was a pretty good bargain. I got it from Amazon, and again, I'll have a link so that you can take a peek at it. But that's pretty much it. And so let me know what you think about my first unboxing, and if you use a laminator for anything around your office so that you can be more productive in your business. So that's it. Go out and have a wonderful day and grow your networks using social media and being productive.